Hello, dear Leo, and welcome back to your sacred transmission. I'm Luna Celestine, and today I'm here to guide you through a moment in time that could very well redefine everything you thought you knew about your path. The 6th of June marks not just another date on the calendar, but the quiet turning of a cosmic key, an initiation point into a new era of transformation for you. This is not poetic exaggeration. The astrological alignments forming on this day are exceptionally rare, the kind that only grace a few lifetimes. And you, Leo, find yourself standing directly in their radiant path. At the core of this energetic shift is the activation of what we call karmic programming, subtle imprints encoded into your being from the moment of birth. These are not random, they are precise, ancient, and intentional. The planetary configurations now work in harmony to awaken these dormant blueprints, nudging you to reclaim the parts of yourself that have been waiting silently for the right timing. And what makes this moment particularly profound for you is your direct connection to solar energy, the golden frequency of abundance, personal power, and conscious creation. Leo is ruled by the sun and the solar plexus, your energetic center of confidence, prosperity, and will is now being infused with a magnitude of light that only your sign can fully integrate. This isn't a time to chase success. It's a time to embody it. What's unfolding is not a stroke of luck, but a consequence of resonance. So stay with me, because we're about to explore exactly how this day can shift the energetic foundation of your finances, your relationships, and your inner purpose. Let's begin. Let's begin with the realm that will feel the impact first, your finances and career. This is where the shift will be most immediate, most tangible, and for many Leos, most astonishing. What's arriving is not a trickle of opportunity, but a tidal wave of potential that can alter your material reality at its core. On or around the 6th of June, expect the unexpected income, opportunities that seem to arrive out of nowhere, and long-dormant ideas or business plans suddenly finding the breath of life again. What once stalled due to timing, fear, or external circumstances now begins to move with a force that almost defies logic. You may receive back payments, bonuses, new contracts, or even offers that seem too good to be true, and yet they are not. They are simply arriving because your frequency has shifted to match them. For those of you employed, this is a time of professional elevation, perhaps a promotion you've waited years for, or a recognition that finally reflects your true contribution. But the invitation doesn't stop at recognition, it pulls you into expansion. If you've considered launching a side business, transitioning into a new field, or expanding your existing work into new markets or territories, now is the time to act with precision and faith. Your sign is known for its leadership and presence. But what makes this moment different is that the universe is mirroring your inner growth with tangible outer rewards. The doors opening now are the ones that were once firmly shut, not because you weren't worthy, but because the energetic timing hadn't matured. Now it has. However, this level of abundance demands conscious stewardship. The karmic laws that govern prosperity are clear. What you circulate with intention returns magnified. You are being asked not only to receive, but to become a vessel for the flow of prosperity through you. This means investing back into yourself through education, health, or self-development, and also choosing to support causes or people that uplift others. Whether it's a charitable donation, supporting a family member, or funding a project with heart, your financial actions now carry spiritual weight. Every choice becomes a thread in the karmic web you are weaving. And the universe, always attentive, rewards generosity, not just with more wealth, but with peace, clarity, and sustained elevation. Leo, what's rising in your life is not just success in the worldly sense, it is the deeper success of alignment. As your career flourishes and money begins to move more freely, the most important task will be staying anchored in purpose. Because when you align your ambition with service, your legacy becomes unstoppable. Let this be the era where you redefine what wealth truly means. Not just for yourself, but for everyone your light touch. Now, we enter the realm of love, the tender, unspoken chamber of your heart, where even the bravest Leo sometimes hesitates to go. But during this energetic opening, love does not wait at the door. It rushes in, and it does so with such velocity, such certainty, that even the most guarded heart may find itself disarmed. If you are single, prepare yourself for the kind of encounter that redefines what you believe is possible in love. This is not about fleeting attraction or another lesson in disguise. This is destiny, written long before this lifetime, beginning to unfold through a seemingly chance meeting, one that arrives in the least expected moment, in a place you never thought to look. You may find yourself speaking to someone and suddenly realizing this is different. There's a familiarity, a sense of recognition in the soul, not the mind. The connection may bypass logic entirely, and yet it will feel more real than anything you've experienced before. For those who are already in a relationship, this cosmic surge can take your connection to new depths. It may come in the form of a proposal, a mutual decision to begin a family, or a renewed sense of devotion that reinvigorates your bond. What once felt predictable may now feel sacred again. Old wounds between you may surface, not to destroy, but to heal, to finally be laid to rest so that you can love without carrying yesterday's fears. If there have been doubts, they will be met with clarity. If there has been distance, a bridge will appear. This isn't just about emotional affection, it's about building a life rooted in spiritual resonance and shared purpose. But this kind of love, whether new or renewed, requires space within you. And to create that space, something must be released. Old fears, patterns from past relationships, the protective walls you've built from heartbreaks that never fully healed. This is the part that requires courage. You must be willing to believe that love can arrive without conditions. You must choose to believe that you are worthy of the kind of connection that doesn't drain, but expands you, because it is precisely that kind of love that is now orbiting your field, waiting for a signal that you are ready to receive. The energies of this time are charged with emotional magnetism, and the heart chakra is responding. You may feel overwhelmed with emotion, tears rising not from pain, but from the soft recognition that you are no longer alone in the journey. And you aren't. Whether it's through romance, family, or soul friendships, the universe is sending you allies for this next chapter. People who see you clearly, who hear you without needing explanation, who love you not in spite of your scars, but because of them. So let love in. Leo, let it fill you. Let it wash through the parts of you that forgot what it meant to feel safe in connection. This is your time to be held, to be chosen, to be loved, not because you earned it, but because it has always been meant for you. As the cosmic current continues to flow through your life, Leo, its transformative force begins to touch the foundations of who you are, your family, your home, and your sacred sense of self. These are not the loud, visible shifts of career or love, but the deep, quiet realignments that bring peace where there was once tension, and meaning where there was once routine. For many of you, this period marks the beginning of emotional reconciliation with members of your family, especially those with whom there may have been unresolved misunderstandings, estrangements, or unspoken pain. But now, the energy invites truth to rise with compassion, not confrontation. Words that once felt impossible to say may suddenly come with ease. Old stories that fractured the family bond may find a new narrative, one built on forgiveness, empathy, and the sincere desire to heal. You may find yourself surprised by a phone call, an apology, a chance encounter that becomes the doorway back into belonging. And while relationships soften and reconfigure, so too does your physical environment. The home, the place where your body rests and your spirit regenerates, becomes a focal point of renewal. You may feel a strong urge to reorganize, redecorate, or even relocate entirely. This is not mere aesthetics, it's energetic alignment. Your external space is now being called to match your internal frequency. Some Leos will move to a new home that offers more light, more space, more symbolic resonance with the life they are stepping into. Others will upgrade the space they're in, adding plants, art, ritual objects, or simply creating more openness to let energy flow freely. What once felt temporary may now begin to feel like a sanctuary, and what once felt chaotic may now begin to feel like an energetic stronghold, a true fortress of light and safety. Simultaneously, there is a profound stirring happening within your soul. Dormant gifts, those creative, intuitive, and expressive parts of you that have been buried beneath practicality or self-doubt, are now waking up. For some, it may come as an unexpected pull toward painting, music, or writing. For others, it might be the sudden urge to take a dance class, start journaling, or even pursue a spiritual or healing practice that once seemed out of reach. These aren't distractions, they are soul instructions. These emerging desires are messages from your inner being, telling you it is time to reclaim joy, not only as a feeling, but as a way of life. You may have forgotten how good it feels to create without outcome, to express without needing validation. But now, the permission to play, to explore, to rediscover yourself is being handed to you by the cosmos itself. And so, dear Leo, let your home become a temple. Let your family become a source of healing, not heaviness, and let your inner world bloom with all the colors you've been too afraid to paint with. This is not a return to the old version of you. It's an arrival into the version that was always waiting to emerge. Give it space. Give it love. And watch it rise. Now we turn our attention inward to the sacred vessel that carries you through every transformation. Your body, Leo. Your physical being is not separate from the energetic shifts that are unfolding. It is in fact the first receiver and translator of these cosmic upgrades. And during this powerful juncture, your heart, both as an organ and as a spiritual center, will be the most responsive, the most awakened, and the most sensitive point of contact between you and the divine flow, moving through your life. You may notice moments when your heartbeat quickens, not from stress or fear, but from an overwhelming rush of joy, anticipation, or emotional clarity. There will be waves of feeling so intense that they seem to vibrate through your chest like sacred drums. These surges are not cause for alarm. They are the sign that your heart chakra is expanding, awakening, and aligning itself to receive a greater current of love, abundance, and connection than it ever has before. But with that expansion comes a need for care. Because just like any channel, when the current increases, the structure must be strengthened to hold it safely. That is why this period calls for intentional, grounded support of your physical system. Gentle movement is essential, not intense workouts that push or punish the body, but rhythmic, nourishing forms of exercise that allow the energy to circulate and discharge naturally. Walking in nature, light swimming, stretching, and especially heart-opening yoga poses can create the balance needed between vitality and rest. These practices are not about aesthetics, they are about creating a stable container for your energy to flow. Instead of becoming trapped and overwhelming your nervous system, meditation, even in small daily doses, will become an anchor. It is through stillness that the body learns to regulate, that the heart learns to listen rather than just beat, and that your awareness learns to stay present with the beauty that is unfolding, combined with a clean, intuitive approach to food oozing lighter, vibrant meals filled with life force. You give your body the language it needs to integrate what is being received on a spiritual level, avoiding stimulants, processed foods, and heavy meals during this time will prevent energetic congestion and help maintain emotional equilibrium. And above all, Leo, this is a time to honor the sacred intelligence of your heart. It is not just a pump, it is a compass. It is the seat of your generosity, your radiance, your power to lead with love, as it works harder now to carry the emotional charge of all that is coming into your life: success, love, purposes. It also needs gentleness, presence, and trust. Tune in. Breathe with it. Listen to what it needs. Because, in caring for your heart, you're not only protecting your health, you are sanctifying the center of your entire energetic system. So take your time. Rest when you need. Celebrate the moments that make your chest swell with wonder. And release what makes it tighten with fear. Your body is not behind your transformation. It is part of the miracle. Treat it accordingly. And now, we arrive at the deepest layer of this transformational cycle, the spiritual dimension and the threads of karma that quietly shape the architecture of your life. Leo. For many of you, this moment will not just feel like change. It will feel like remembrance. A quiet, powerful, knowing that you have been here before, not in this body, not in this story, but in this energetic role. You carry within your soul the imprints of past lifetimes where you held power, where you led others, where your voice influenced kingdoms or communities. Whether as a sovereign ruler, a visionary, or a guardian of wisdom, your soul is not new to responsibility, visibility, or the weight of influence. And because of this, you may also carry the unresolved echoes of those lives' karma, inherited not only through personal action, but through ancestral lineages that have been passed down generation to generation. This is not punishment. This is opportunity. The energy arriving now is not just about clearing what is heavy, it is about reclaiming what is sacred. You are being offered the chance to transmute old burdens into new blessings. The spiritual work before you is not abstract, it is alchemical. Through awareness, choice, and conscious embodiment, you have the ability to close ancient loops of scarcity, betrayal, misuse of power, fear of success, and open new pathways rooted in alignment, compassion, and soul sovereignty. But this requires willingness. It requires stillness. It requires devotion to the unseen patterns that live behind your experiences. To support this process, it is essential to engage your senses and environment in ritual ways. Color holds frequency, and during this time, you are guided to surround yourself with the solar tones that resonate with your sign and your mission. Gold, orange, and deep amber awaken the solar plexus and heart, reinforcing your vitality, self-worth, and magnetic field. Wear them. Display them. Let them become symbols of your rebirth. In parallel, aromatic allies like orange peel, cinnamon, and ginger can serve as energetic activators. Use them as essential oils, in candles, or in diffusers to awaken your inner fire and restore the willpower and joy that may have been dimmed by past experiences. These scents do more than please, they communicate directly with the subconscious, creating energetic bridges to healing. And of course, crystal energy is a powerful support during this karmic season. Citrine stone of prosperity and clarity helps you transmute fear into action. Tiger's eye offers protection and focus, grounding your power with discernment. Sunstone reconnects you with your divine essence, lighting the way forward with confidence and warmth. These stones are not decorations, they are tools of remembrance. Carry them with intention. Place them on your altar. Meditate with them, press to your solar plexus or heart, and allow them to recalibrate your frequency from within. Leo, this is your soul's initiation, not into something new, but into the fullness of who you have always been. The challenges you face now are not obstacles, they are rites of passage. The emotions that arise are not chaos, they are signals. The guidance you receive in dreams, synchronicities, or gut instincts is not imagination. It is communication from your higher self and spiritual allies, reminding you that you are never alone in this work. You are not just breaking free from personal limitations. You are healing ancestral wounds. You are clearing pathways for generations before and after you. You are reclaiming your light, not as ego, but as legacy. This is sacred. This is powerful, and it is already underway. Trust the process. Stay devoted to your practices, and know that the universe is not just witnessing your evolution, it is partnering with you in every step of your return to wholeness, as this extraordinary alignment unfolds in your life. Leo, it's important to understand that transformation is not a passive experience. It is a conscious participation. The energies moving through your field right now are responsive, intelligent, and deeply attuned to your intentions. That means every action you take, no matter how small it may seem, becomes a signal to the universe. A declaration of readiness. A bridge between what has been and what will be. Writing a comment, for example, is not just a gesture of engagement. It is a ritual of activation. When you speak your truth into the field, when you write, "I am ready," "I open my heart," or "I receive abundance," you are giving form to your intention. You are imprinting the quantum field with your will. Words have always been spells. And now, more than ever, your declarations carry power. Don't underestimate this. A single line written with sincerity can shift the trajectory of a day, a month, a life. Use your voice. Speak your emergence into being. Similarly, the act of liking this video is far more than a click. It is an energetic handshake between you and the current of light that is being offered. By affirming your resonance with the message, you allow yourself to receive its vibration on a cellular level. Think of it as an energetic anchor, a way to root the wisdom you've received into your field. To say yes. I align with this frequency, yes. I invite this into my life. You are not just a viewer, you are a participant in your own awakening. And when you choose to subscribe, you are doing something even deeper. You are committing to the path of continued growth, continued remembrance, continued alignment. This is not about content consumption, it is about soul continuity. By creating a steady connection with transmissions like this, you keep yourself attuned to the rhythms of cosmic time, supported by guidance, and reminded of your purpose. When the world becomes noisy or heavy, it becomes your lighthouse, your sanctuary, your sacred checkpoint in the journey of becoming. So let each action be intentional. Let each movement, no matter how digital or mundane it may seem, be infused with spiritual clarity. Because Leo, you are not here to scroll idly through life. You are here to engage it, shape it, and ignite it. And every sacred choice you make now is fuel for the destiny that is already rising to meet you.